just a few too many mistakes that gave them some opportunities that, we always had to kind of fight from behind. So, we have to clean up those details and got to be a more consistent team and, understand just, the small differences in the game. And even if not much is happening, just to continue to stick with it and not deviate and understand just level of detail shift to shift. And certainly in the second periods with the long changes.
What did you make of the level of competitiveness? Do you feel it's ramping up here now that we're a few games in?
Yeah, I think it's kind of on course as it is traditionally. Everyone gets excited to start the year, then things start to settle in, and the competitive element at this level is always extremely high. So, no doubt, I think everyone probably starting to feel in rhythm and getting into the grind of the season.
What goes through your mind when Marchment crashes into Anthony there?
Pardon?
What goes through your mind when Marchment crashes into Solarz?
Yeah, we don't obviously like it very much, so important to stand our ground, protect our goalie, and making sure that we're playing the game extremely hard on them. We're playing obviously within the whistles, within the rules, but we don't like it at all.
John, you're only the fourth guy ever to get 500 points with two different teams, and Mark Messier, Wayne Gretzky, Ron Francis. I know you're team-oriented, but what does it mean to have your name among those guys?
Yeah, I didn't know that. It's hard to process it right now, considering the way the game finished for us. But obviously, I've been able to play for two great franchises and have the success I've had, I think, speaks volumes to my teammates, coaches, people that have been around me, and everyone that's been a part of the journey. So I've really enjoyed it and just want to keep going.
What stands out about how Morgan started the season?
Just being aggressive. I don't think he's feeling in between or second guessing. I think just trusting his instincts and playing his game. So you can just see, I think he knows the type of player he is and the impact he can make just from how he sees it, his skill set, his ability to skate. So beautiful shot on this first one tonight.
Anything can the team take from tonight's game?
It was a good third period, but first two periods, we kind of let them walk all over us, and we just didn't play our game. They outworked us in front of the net. They blocked shots. They beat us up and down the ice, and the score was indicative of that. They just outworked us, plain and simple.
Are you getting a little frustrated with guys taking runs at?
It's just playing hard. Maybe we can take a page out of their book and start getting to the net. For us, it's we like to go a little high and shoot, but it's for their goalie. It's like playing catch in the yard. You're seeing everything, and we're not making it difficult. We made it difficult in the third, and look what happened. We came out, tied the game, got a point out of it, almost scored with 5 seconds left, but it's a little too late. And I think even though we're 6 games into the season, it's enough's enough, and we kind of got to start picking it up here.
What are you seeing and feeling when Marchment crashes into you there?
I'm not happy. Guys are going to run me, and I'm going to try to stand up for myself. And I heard the ref say we got a power play, and there's really not much I can do to him on the ground. But kudos to the guys who were there and got down with him. But like I said, I think we got to start going to the cage a little harder, make it harder for their goalies. It's not fun. I don't like having 225-pound guys landing on me. So, hopefully learn a lesson here.
Do you think this is just early season gelling issues?
A lot of the guys have been here for a while. Overtime, you can't let someone beat you up the ice there, and gets a clear-cut breakaway. Minute left. You want to be on the ice in that situation. You got to work hard. Got to work back, and it cost us a point there. So, at the end of the day, it's like I said, it's early. We do have some time to gel, but at the end of the day too, it's more or less just about working hard, and when we work hard, the results come. You saw it in the third period, and we can't play for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. We got to do it for a complete 60.
So was it the overtime play that left you frustrated to smash your stick, or was it the overall
it's just overall. How many points are we going to leave out there? Being here last year and seeing the team we had and seeing how far we were able to go, and the potential's there. We have the skill, we have the grit, we have the grind, and it's just frustrating that we just can't put it together right now.
What can the team take away from the game tonight?
It's like anything. There's always things to take away. We'll talk about that on Monday, and just look to build.
As a team, are you guys doing enough to protect your goalie?
I think we take that seriously. Yeah. I mean, things are going to happen. I think if anything, we have to do a better job of, being at the opposing team up front. Yeah, our guys do our best to take care of everyone in there.
Anthony was just about as fired up as we've ever seen him just now. What does he mean to this group, his leadership, with
Yeah.
that in the room?
I mean, he's incredibly important. Obviously on the ice, he brings that intensity, and he backs it up with his play. He's been outstanding for us all last year, and here at the start of this year, and off the ice. I mean, you want that intensity. You want guys who care. You want guys who are motivated and who want to win. And he is that, and he brings a lot of personality and a lot of energy to our group, and that's extremely valuable.
What did you see as the breakdown on the OT goal?
I'd have to look at it.
I know it's early, but like, what's your sense of urgency like among the group right now?
It's hit and miss. I mean, it's early, but everyone wants to have a good start, and obviously we're at home here for a while, so it's important that we're focused and we're trying to take advantage of that. So I think that there is a sense of urgency, even though it's early, and guys want to bank some points and play well and win games. So yeah, I mean, no one's laid back or anything like that, or taking these games lightly. Everyone's pretty motivated.
How fine is the line sometimes between not wanting to retaliate, take a penalty, and you want to protect your guys also?
It's a fine line. I think that there's a time where you got to do what you got to do, and the line is out of sight. And then there's a time where you might need a goal, and you need to go on the power play and wait for later. There's always a balance there.
Only 4 guys ever got 500 points with 2 different teams. Ron Francis, Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, and now John.
Wow.
What is that? Like that list? What does that say about John?
It's incredible. He's just a hockey player through and through. Just a pro. It's been a real joy to have the chance to play with him and watch him operate, and he deserves to be in that company all day. He's a very impressive guy.
You're third most among the East defensemen teams played in team history. Can you put that in perspective?
No. It just that stuff happens.
What can you take away from this game tonight?
I think there's a lot to learn within that game. There's areas that we got to be better for sure. One including the net front, myself included. Just being harder in those areas, not allowing them to get to those areas.
Do you think it was goalie interference on the first play? Or, did you feel you obviously made contact with him? Do you feel you pushed him in, or did he impulse?
Things happen fast, obviously. I think, I was doing my best to box him out there. He got behind me a little bit, and I don't know, a little mix of both, but I think I just need to try and do my best to keep him to the outside, and then that doesn't happen.
What goes through your mind when March make batches in there?
Obviously, as I saw the referee call the penalty, you don't want to do too much to retaliate, but there's a certain extent once you see kind of Stoli get up and be angry too. You want to try and give him a shot, but overall, you want to go on the power play as well. So it's a weird area to be in, but overall, I think the power play is a useful thing in that situation.
Anthony was really fired up when we just talked to him now. I mean, what's your sense of urgency in this room?
Yeah, I think he's a very competitive player. That's a great thing. That's a great attribute to have. I think after any loss, you're going to find a lot of us that aren't very happy by any means. But for him, I think we just needed to continue to do a better job. Getting into the interior and in the ice and pressure their goalie the same way that they do ours.
What stands out to you about how Morgan started the season?
He's awesome. You can see how much he's getting up and involved in the play. It's been a lot of fun to watch just to see how much he can create. I really like him as a player, as a partner as well. I want to try and facilitate the best that I can to allow him to get up in the rush, but with or without me, he's been fantastic.
I'm sure you're pretty aware of John Tavares before you got here, but what has surprised you since you joined this team about him?
I think when you talk about a guy who's just a true professional, on and off the ice, he comes to the rink every day, does the exact thing that you need to be doing, doesn't take a day off. So he's a great example to learn from. But overall, as a player, I had my fair share of games against him. He's no easy target to play against, and you know, I know what he brings in that component.
Greg, how did you assess the performance tonight?
Inconsistent, more than anything, I think. When we wanted to play the right way and did the things, we were good, but then we had too many lapses in the game that cost us.
The way Solarz put it was, enough is enough, we gotta start picking it up.
Yeah, I think, well, consistency, like, we know how we can play. We don't put it together for 60 minutes, and that's what you get.
How satisfied are you with the way guys are sticking up for your goalie?
No, I talked about it already before. Not good enough. I mean, that play there is, you know, that happens at times, but in general, I've said it, like, we're not clearing out the crease enough. We're not doing a good enough job there.
I know you always want a power play when you can, but would you like take 2 minutes just to send a message to other guys out there in your goal anymore?
Well, I guess you can, yeah, if you feel like at the time.
Like, would it be something you preach to your guys, like protect the goalie?
Yeah, we do. We have to protect our goalie. We got to be harder around our net. I'm not preaching go and take guys' heads off, but enough's enough.
What is the key to clearing the front of the net?
What's that?
What is the key to clearing the front of the net?
Well, we did a good job of it last year, so I don't know what the key is. I mean, it's a willingness to do it more than anything for me.
How seriously were you considering challenging for goalie interference on the point shot where Carlo bumps the guy in?
Yeah, we looked at it. It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been goalie interference because he pushed him into him too much. He was in the crease, but he didn't touch the goalie until Carlo pushed him into the goalie.
You came into the game with the fewest power play chances in the league. Were you pleased at least some of that call tonight? They had some power play
Yeah,
chances.
it was better. I mean, they missed a 5-1-3 with Max Domi at the. That's a trip all day long, but yeah, at least we got some more power plays tonight, which is a good thing. You know, we did. Like I said, we did good things, but we're just inconsistent. You know, we're not consistent enough in our game. It's too. We don't play to our identity the whole game. That's really the bottom line for me.
2 guys lost skate blades in the first period. Is that team equipment issue? Like, what's going on?
No, I just think it's more of a fluke thing than anything. Yeah, it's not a team equipment issue.
Tonight, Tavares became only the 4th guy ever to get 500 points with 2 different teams.
Yeah.
You may have heard of the other 3, Gretzky,
Yeah.
Francis, Messier. What's that say about him when you put
Yeah, no, you know, it's an awesome feat that he accomplished. You know, he's, like I said, I talk about him all the time, his preparation, his willingness to compete and play at the age he's playing at. And, you know, talk about consistency. He's consistent. He brings it every game. He brings the effort and what needed to be done. He doesn't take nights off, and that's why he's able to accomplish what he did.
Are you still trying to sort out what you'd like to see on those top 2 lines? Who fits?
Well, listen, I mean, it's not good enough, not consistent enough. I'm not seeing enough, so I'll move guys around and I'll switch lines up in game if I have to. So you know, that's what I do.
What did you see on the overtime goal?
Well, we didn't do what we should have done to start with. Is, you know, we want to be in more of a wedge so we don't get beat by speed like that. And we're too spread out. We're all man on man, and the guy, you know, it's a difficult play for Rielly, but you know, he's got to have that guy if he wants to man up like that. And you know, the guy skated by him, but that's not what we're supposed to do in overtime in that situation. So.